breezes blow through the woods in springtime, roots drink deep from the wakened earth. Young leaves shine in the quickening sunlight, dance the song of the New Year's birth. The dance goes on and is never ending, the circle turns and the singer sings. The year turns round but the wood in springtime does not care what the winter brings. The dance goes on and is never ending, the circle turns and the singer sings.
Hi there. Bon Jaya is Jeha Jeev, a Queenie Ushla, a Corja. Is a Wurvahakaler, Quigar Sharmanus, Asokt Imbolc. Hello everyone, Emer Burke here. Welcome to our Imbolc ceremony brought to you by the Order of Bards, Ovates and Druids. So just type in your name and tell us where you're from. Hi, Stephanie, Sarah from Ireland, Sandy from Ontario, Lena from USA, Michigan. Hi, Ted, Florida. Hi, Ricky. Hi, Jules from Sussex. It's wonderful to see you all. Somebody from Donegal. That's wonderful. From Garibaldi, Oregon, I think. Cheryl. Hi. North Germany. Wonderful. Just lovely to see you all. Washington, Virginia Beach. Lovely. Iowa. The Rocky Mountain West in Colorado. You're so welcome. And people from the Netherlands, Germany. Hi from Austria, Montreal. Beautiful, beautiful. You're all so welcome. Just lovely to see so many people from all over the world. Hi, Zane from California, Norway. Lovely. Ray, my cauldron awaits. That's wonderful. Buckinghamshire. Great. New York. Absolutely lovely to see you all. And somebody from Saltburn by Sea, Teesside on a wet, cold and windy day. Lovely. Hi, Deirdre from Wexford. Lovely to see you. That is absolutely wonderful. So, as we celebrate Imbolc here in the Northern Hemisphere, I'd just like to acknowledge our Druid sisters and brothers in the Southern Hemisphere who are celebrating Lunasa. And the old Irish name for Imbolc is Oimelc, which means ewes milk, recognizing that this is the time when lambs are born. And Imbolc, it's also pronounced Imbolc, can also mean in the belly, referring to the womb. So this is a time of rebirth and renewal. And Imbolc stands equidistant from the winter solstice and the spring equinox. Here in Ireland, Imbolc traditionally marked the beginning of spring. And I know many people today would think, actually, there is no spring here. In fact, here in Kilkenny, it's quite mild, I'm happy to say. So in my mind, the 1st of February is always the 1st of spring. So this is the time when the first shoots just begin to peep up through the Earth's surface. So when the snowdrops come into bloom. And at this time, we honor Brighid, Bongia, Chinesishka, Losserit's Tubber, goddess Brighid. She is the goddess of fire and water, flame and well. And she comes to us at this time of Imbolc in her maiden aspect. And Brighid is also known as the mother goddess, Bryn na Crinne, the womb of the universe, who gives life to all things, she who brings the flame of new growth and hope to the world. And Brighid is honored as the goddess of poets, of imas, of inspiration, the goddess of healers and midwives, the goddess of smiths and craft workers. And at this time of Imbolc, we tap into the slowly growing energy and light of the season, looking ahead with hope. And this is so important given the current world situation of pandemic, lockdown and uncertainty, that we gather into ourselves, we draw in Brighid's fiery energy, her light, her hope, her inspiration, as we move forward with the seasons. And now for our ceremony. I will hand you over to our Pendragon, Dave the Bard, Kerry Lee, and the Andera de Grove.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Imbolc ceremony. I hope you have your candle ready. I hope you have a method to light your candle. and I hope you have some food and drink to share during the Eisteddfod song. If you've already lit your candle, blow it out. No one will know, and we won't tell anybody, all right? But you want it unlit at this stage, okay? So usually at this time, you may be meeting with your seed groups, your groves, your friends to celebrate the turning wheel of the year. And something's happening, apparently, that may prevent that from happening. So we are utilizing the power of the internet to bring us together all over the world at this time of Imbolc to share this journey. So it's live streamed, as you can see, from different houses, all with different internet speeds and sharing their front room. We've got Oscar in the front room. The various pets are also in there. So anything could happen. Bear with us if there are any technical difficulties. But other than that, let us begin. And how I'd like us to begin is if you can just get comfortable and just close your eyes. And visualize for a moment that you are standing atop a grass-covered hill, a large hill. And as you stand there, you can see that you are being joined by literally hundreds of people, all joining together at the top of the hill. And as you join together there, the group naturally becomes a circle. And in this place, there is no social distancing necessary, for we can stand in our circle in this space here and now, and we can reach out and we can take the hand of the person next to us and hold that hand close. And there upon that sacred hill, let's now take 3 long, slow breaths together. A long, slow breath with the earth beneath our feet. And a long, slow breath with the sky above us. And a long, slow breath with the seas and the rivers of this beautiful planet. Spirits of this worldwide circle. Spirits of this earth, of this place. Ancestors and guides of the order of Bards, Ovates and Druids. We ask for your blessings, for your guidance, and your inspiration on this rite of Imbolc. And now feel a circle of light forming around us. A circle of protection, a circle of inspiration, a circle of community, a circle of love and of peace, a circle of tribe and of inclusion. Let us give peace to the quarters, for without peace can no work be.
In a world that needs all kinds of peace, let us all call for peace in our own space. I turn to the north. Let there be peace in the lands and the realms of the north. I turn to the south. Let there be peace in the lands and the realms of the south. I turn to the west. Let there be peace in the lands and the realms of the west. And I turn to the east. Let there be peace in the lands and the realms of the east. Let there be peace throughout the whole world. And now let our circle be blessed with fire. May our circle be blessed with fire. And let our circle also be blessed with water.
And now, let the spirits of the four directions be invited into our space for the good of all beings, beginning in the east.
Here I stand facing the east. Spirits of the air, the hawk of dawn soaring on the breath of inspiration, be with us and witness our rite of Imbolc. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Vicky, can you mute?
Oh, sorry.
I turn to the south. Spirits of the south, spirits of fire, spirits of the great stag and the radiant sun, we ask that you be with us and witness this rite of Imbolc. Hail and welcome.
I turn to the west, and I lift my open arms. Spirits of the west, spirits of water, the salmon of knowledge who drifts in the pool of wisdom. We invite you to be with us and witness our rite of Imbolc. We bid you hail and welcome.
I turn to the north. Spirits of the north, element of earth, the great bear in the midnight sky, we ask you to be with us and witness our rite of Imbolc. We bid you hail and welcome.
Let us say together the words of the Druid's prayer. And for those of you who have not heard these words before, listen to them, take them into your hearts and use them as a stilling, centering meditation. We will follow that by 3 Awen chants. Again, if you are not familiar with the Awen chant, maybe hear the first one and then join in on the second and third. Grant, O God and Goddess, your protection, and in protection strength, and in strength understanding, and in understanding knowledge, and in knowledge the knowledge of justice, and in the knowledge of justice the love of it, and in the love of it the love of all existences, and in the love of all existences the love of God, of Goddess, and of all goodness.
Our circle is set. Today, we gather in our separate spaces, yet we are together in heart, spirit, and voice to celebrate another fulcrum on the ever-turning wheel of the year, Imbolc, the first glimmerings of spring. At this time, we acknowledge and honor an ancient goddess, one who has survived
the ravages of fierce social, religious, and environmental change. A goddess who has accepted and transformed as the human world shifted around her. She is known by many names. She is the goddess Brighid, Bride, Bright, Brigante. Though she was born in the mists of myth and legend and hailed originally from Ireland, she also walked across all the sisterlands, bringing with her a powerful message of the eternal flame that lights the spark of healing, transformation, inspiration, and nurture. Brighid, beloved of poets, creatives, healers, and nurturers all, her story mirrors all we hold dear, and so we call to her at this gateway between winter and spring. Through Brighid, we honor all the gods of our lands, gods of creativity, inspiration, manifestation, and healing. We hope that as our chosen ambassador, she will take our love and respect back through that ethereal veil between immortal and immortal. Let her speak of those who still value the wisdom of the ancestors. Let her also say we stand open and ready to receive divine inspiration as we strive to re-enchant our modern world with a little of their magic and mystery. Let us invoke Brighid. Let her be invited, welcomed, and honored in this ritual.
In my mind's eye, I stand on a hill at dawn, with winds of change blowing through this circle. I turn to the east with my arms outstretched to catch the faintest stirrings of spring. I call into heart and mind an image of Bride, Brighid, bright, goddess of eloquence, wisdom, knowledge, and communication. Great goddess of inspiration, I call to you. In this ritual, this liminal place of magic and mystery, Lady, feel us reaching out beyond the physical, opening ourselves to draw in a breath of new life, a renewed hope cloaked in the radiant sun. We feel all life poised, holding its breath, eager to sing a new cycle. When the spring dawn finally crests the darkened hills in a riotous blaze of glory, both man and beast will issue forth in joyful song. The land will radiate once more with joyful colour, warmth and beauty, bringing in that golden wave, new inspirations, visions and songs. Lady, beloved of the poets, inspirer of poetry, song and story, you who have known heartbreak and loss, who opened our hearts to the power of expression through your keening songs filled with sadness and grief. This past year, our emotions have been stretched and strained by many troubles. Even as we grieve the absence of human connection and the loss of freedoms we shared with our loved ones, we see in your story that hope renews as the light grows. Brighid, goddess of inspiration, we bring you our open hearts and minds and ask you to guide the world towards finding a deeper understanding, more open communication and brighter visions. Guide our words, our deeds and endeavours so that we might manifest artful lives filled with inspiration, compassion and hope to revive our energies, our homes and our communities. Great Goddess Brighid, we honour you.
In my mind's eye, I stand on a hill under a bright midday sun, the warmth and light radiating across the heavens. I turn to the south, my arms open wide to embrace the rays of the sacred and feel the faint promise of summer to come. I call into heart and mind an image of Bride, Brighid, bright, bright goddess of the eternal flame, of smithcraft, passion, and manifestation. Goddess of the forge, I call to you. Lady of the sun, quickener of all life, lady of the skilled hand, transformer of base things into visions of beauty and wonder. Kindler of the spark in the head and heart. Within your story, we see a deep truth. We are all born and reborn, time after time, drawn through the fires of transformation, hammered on the anvil of life and quenched in the waters of our emotions. Through our skill and dedication, we come to stand before you. Each of us a work in progress, ever changing, learning, and adapting. Bride, goddess of the forge, as the sun grows in power, we come to you with open hearts and minds. We ask that you bless us with a renewed spark, that we might wake with the spring, empowered with new energy and a fierce determination. We ask that you guide us in learning new skills with which to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, the mundane into the divine. We will take our relit sparks of magical fire and passion to share throughout the worldwide community. In the light of that sacred and eternal flame, we will bring together a dance of light and shadow, of skills and inspiration, to create magic in words, deeds, and action, to ignite the spark in others. Great Goddess Bride, we honor you.
In my mind's eye, I stand on a hill, looking out over the dark land, betwixt and between. I see the colours of the sunset, orange, blue, pink and gold, painting the sky, and I turn to the west, my arms open wide, reaching out towards the purest waters and the widest oceans. I call into heart and mind an image of bride, Brighid, bright, goddess of healing, regeneration and renewal. Goddess of the deep wells, I call to you. Lady of healing, who walks the borders betwixt and between, 1 foot on the dark earth and 1 in the still waters at the gateway between death and life. Lady of restoration, cleansing and clearing from tears of sorrow and tears of joy, the cup of life is filled. May we fill a chalice with healing water from the well of grace to refresh and revive us? If we tie our red cloths to a tree this evening, will you come walking to bless each one with Brighid's healing dew? We will collect them from the trees at dawn and use that blessing to wash and dress our wounds. Hear our invocations. Guide us in how to heal what needs healing, and in our own regeneration, we will help others. We will have the strength and courage to be a vessel of cool calm, to truly listen to the fear and the needs raps in angry voices. With compassion, we will learn to pour gentle, cooling waters over the boiling emotions of a worried world. By drawing on the healing waters from Bride's well, we are restored and ready to enable others to do the same. Great Goddess Bride, we honour you.
In my mind's eye, I stand on a hill, looking out over the dark land, still covered with mud, snow and cold. And I turn to the north, my arms open wide, reaching towards the darkest places to feel the embrace of the deep earth. I call into the heart and mind the image of bride, Brighid, Brent, goddess of fertility, the mother's milk and nurture. Gentle foster mother, I call to you. Lady of deep knowledge, steadfastness and strength, Lady of fertility, birth and fostering. As the lambs are born and the land wakes from its winter sleep, we stand on the threshold of a new growing cycle. Open to your power and beauty, held in the earth, there is a seed. The warmth of the sun will be its quickener, and it will be watered with the milk of kindness. From the ancestors' time to this moment, you have presided over, preserved, and sustained each generation. You and all the gods have shown how to change and adapt, yet hold your grace and power. As a community, we use these moments of ritual to sense the presence of the gods and the ancestors, their stories, myths, and legends. We continue to be inspired by the gifts of all those generations gone before us, both of blood and tribe, finding new connections, perspectives, and understandings that flow like a river through time to feed and enrich each generation. Great Goddess Brighid, we honour you.
Thank you for the invocations. Now, everybody, I would like you to find a place to sit, to be comfortable, and to relax, as we're going to spend some time in meditation. When you are comfortable, just have your candle close to hand, your Imbolc candle set on your altar. And now close your eyes and breathe gently. Let your mind and body relax. Feel yourself calm, comfortable. All the cares of the day vanishing, dissipating with every breath. And as you relax, allow your mind to drift back to the hill. That wintry, dark hill, grass covered, gentle breeze blowing, the sharp air all around you. Let the sense of that place grow. Feel it, smell it. All around you, grass moving, small creatures in the grass, the birds quiet in the trees. And as you reach out, comfortable in this place, you sense that the time is just before dawn. The cool, clean air is refreshing as you hold your night vigil. Comfortable, safe, and relaxed in this place. Life stirring all about you. The first glimmerings of dawn begin to crest the horizon. There is a sense of anticipation on the land. As the light of dawn grows very slowly, on the breeze you begin to hear the sound of a woman singing. Her voice, gentle, in the distance but growing closer. It is a sad song, full of loss and grieving, but it holds a beauty that strikes your heart. You turn in the direction of that voice and see a woman walking. She is walking across a silvery path, coming up the hill toward you. She has long, long hair that snakes down over a red, red cloak. Her movements are graceful, her song sublime, and you see her hands are held close to her heart, almost as if she is praying. As she comes closer, she turns and looks in your direction. Her hands seem to open, and you see she is holding a naked flame. The flame is dancing on her bare palms, yet it does not burn her. As her hands open, the sun seems to climb a little higher in the sky, and a chorus of bird song fills the air. The flame shifts and dances in her hand, painting her beautiful face and long, long hair in reds and golds and oranges and yellows. And she gives you a faint smile as she continues to sing and moves gracefully along this path. Now you come to look, it seems that the light of her flame is making this path, laying it out before her with each step that she makes. She seems a little brighter now, her song less melancholy, more hopeful as she continues to walk along her path. And you see she is heading towards a woodland. You feel the need to follow, drawn on by the song and the light she carries. The bird's song is brighter now too, and the light is growing stronger, and you feel the whole land beginning to wake. Ahead, the woodland trees are winter bare, skeletal branches poking into the sky. Their shadowy forms are crowned with fading stars as the deep blues of midnight are pushed back by the advancing sun. Serene steps and a gentle voice of determination. The flame-haired woman continues along her path into the trees, and you follow on. As you pass under the trees, you look down at the path. There are green shoots rising, and small white flowers are opening their heads, nodding gently in her direction. Dancing, it seems, to her song, enjoying the light as it passes by. The trees also seem to creak and lift, buds swelling on their branches. It seems as if their sap is beginning to rise, all life inspired to wake. Deeper into the winter woodland, the trees are towering above you, their branches casting and catching shadows and light. The shadows seem to slide silently away as she moves steadily forward into the darker places. And as you come to the deepest part of the woodland, the light seems to catch a great, deep whirlpool of still water. All around the pool, high and above it, the tree branches weave together, arching like the great pillars of a natural cathedral. The majesty of their presence leads and lends this place a holy, sanctified atmosphere. It is a place of reverence, a place of peace. Along all of the lower branches of the trees, you can see small strips of red cloth tied loosely. They shift and move in time with the energy of her song, now filling this space. This radiant woman moves to stand at the water's edge, the flame in her hands growing stronger still, filling this sacred grove, driving out the shadows, enhancing the beauty of nature all around her. She reaches out across the mirrored pool, her song soaring into the branches, and your heart is filled with the joy of it. This is a song full of the hopes of spring, of new growth, and the promise of a summer yet to come. You walk forward to stand beside her at the water's edge. Her eyes are closed as she holds the flame over the water, almost as if in prayer. And your eyes are drawn down to look at this mirrored pool, illuminated by the golden light she carries. As you gaze upon this mirrored surface, the ringing of her voice all about you, you feel images stirring beneath the surface, feelings drifting up from the depths of the pool, memories of people, images of your life's journey, such emotions of sadness, regret, but also joy and love, emotions you cherish and those you have not wanted to think of. As you gaze at this water, the images flowing fast and free. Perhaps the water has guidance for the dreams you wish to make manifest, or emotions you need to resolve. Perhaps the images will give you healing, guidance, something to ease your mind or clear the way for new seeds to grow. Take some time here. Immerse yourself in what the water has to show you. Open your feelings, open your senses to what comes from the water, as the music holds you safe in this sacred space. Slowly you come back to yourself and find yourself standing at this water's edge. The song is quieter, and there are ripples moving across the water. As you look down again at the woman beside you, she is kneeling, filling a chalice with one hand, whilst holding her flame in the other. As she fills the chalice, the song she is singing is full of compassion, love, and nurture. She stands with ease and raises the cup to your lips, encouraging you to drink. The water is cool and refreshing as you drink it down. It brings a feeling of purity, of healing, and moves through your body, heart, and mind. She takes the cup and fills it again, never missing a beat of her gentle song. This time she takes the cup to the closest tree and pours a little of the water on each of the red cloths tied there. At each tree she waters the strips and then hands you the cup to fill from the sacred well. Together you work around the grove, watering every sacred cloth with healing water. When the task is complete, she leads you back to the pool and bids you look into the water again. You see her mirror image raising the flame in her hand and placing it like a crown to your head. Your mind feels alive, renewed with fire. You feel a spark of inspiration, a quickening seed of new ideas, thoughts, and dreams. Her inspirational song is becoming your song, her voice joining with your voice. Slowly she moves the flame down to your heart space, and again your body responds. Reaching out with your emotions, you find a wellspring of love, compassion, and creativity held in that flame. In your heart there is a renewed passion and a longing to bring that passion into the world. You stand there, radiant with her eternal spark and a gift of deep healing within you. The image of Brighid gently fades from the pool. Her song drifts and diminishes. Around you, the woodland, the red cluties, and the pool all too begin to fade. With each breath you take, these images and emotions let go of this sacred space. But in your heart and in your mind, you keep its memory. A sense of peace, guidance for the future, or knowledge of how to heal and move from the past. Blessed, renewed and whole, gifted with the spark of inspiration from Brighid's eternal flame and a draught of her healing waters. Take them now and light up your world with compassion, healing and creativity in her name. Let your inner light shine, Seek out new learning, new skills, and be a beacon of inspiration. Let your cup be a sharing cup, one of striving for understanding, seeking both healing and creativity. Do all this in Brigid's name. With every breath you find yourself returning to your own time, your own space, calm, comfortable, safe and sound, until you are here, now, firmly back in the apparent world. At the center of your altar, you have your Imbolc candle. I invite you to take up your candle now and hold it close to your heart space. And with your candle held close to your heart space, I want you to bring all of the feeling, all of that healing, passion, and inspiration into your mind and make it become a focus. Let it be strong, whole, and complete in this moment. Breathe it in. And as you breathe out onto your candle this sense of magic, of healing, of creativity, the spark of inspiration from Brigid's sacred grove. Infuse this candle with every breath you breathe. Let it become a magic spell, something that every time you light it will radiate that energy out into the world. See it infused, bright, whole, and complete. Now take your lighting implement and light this candle. And in its flame, feel that magic spell radiating out into the world. And I invite you to hold your candle up and see each light joining with other lights. And as each light joins the light next to it, it grows stronger and more powerful, each one radiating healing, creativity, inspiration, drawn through you and sent out into the world. Feel it circling the world, lights going on in every part, joining in a great circle of magic and beauty and inspiration. Know that you can light another candle from this candle when this one is spent, and that same intention you can pour into the next candle and the next. And let's keep this circle of light powerful, radiant, and continual in Brigid's name. Spell. Here's our spell, and there is an end.
Now, if you have food and drink on your altar, It's time to honour the spirits of place and bride with a feast. Take a sacred drink and eat a bite of blessed food, and listen to a song of honour to the goddess and this community as we share a sacred meal together.
Well, I hope you are back with us, Facebook and YouTube. I'm going to play a song now in honour of the goddess Brighid. And if you know it, even if you're sitting on your own in your room, know that you're not alone in that room and that there's currently hundreds, I don't know how many are watching, but lots, all joining this together. And 5, according to Emma. There's a tree by the well in the wood that's covered in garlands, pluties and ribbons that drift in the cool morning air. That's where I met an old woman who came from a far land, holding a flame all the while and chanting a prayer. Goddess of fire, goddess of healing, goddess of spring, welcome again. She told me she'd been a prisoner trapped in a mountain, taken by the Queen of Winter from summer's end. But in her prison she heard the spell the people were chanting. 3 days of summer and snowdrops are flowering again. Goddess of fire, goddess of healing, goddess of spring, welcome again. She spoke of the cell of the oak, where a fire is still burning. 19 priestesses tend the eternal flame. Oh, but of you, my lady, we are still learning. Bright Brigantia, the goddess of many names. Go on. Goddess of fire, goddess of healing, goddess of spring, welcome again. Then I saw her reflection in the mirrored well, and I looked deep in her face. The old woman gone, a maiden now knelt in her place. And from my pocket I pulled a ribbon, and in honor of her maidenhood, tied it there to the tree by the well in the wood. Goddess of fire, goddess of healing, goddess of spring, welcome again, welcome again, welcome again. All right. Well, it is the hour of recall. Let us close our eyes once more and see ourselves upon that hill in that great circle. And let's reach out again together in that space. And we'll share the oath of peace together. And we say this 3 times. So if you don't know it again, and you like the words, join in with the second and third. And we'll follow that by 3 more Awen chants. So upon this hill together in worldwide community, at this moment, we swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this, our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this, our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this, our sacred vow.
Let us thank the spirits of the 4 directions for their presence in this celebration of Imbolc, unwinding from the north.
I turn to the north. Spirits of the north, element of earth, the great bear in the midnight sky. We thank you for your presence and blessings on this rite of Imbolc. We bid you hail and farewell.
I turn to the west. Spirits of the west, spirits of water, of the salmon of knowledge that drifts in the pool of wisdom. We thank you for your presence and blessings on this our rite of Imbolc, and we bid you hail and farewell.
I turn to the south. Spirits of the south, spirits of fire, of the great stag and the radiant sun. We thank you for your presence and blessings on this rite of Imbolc. Hail and farewell.
I turn to the east. Give thanks to the spirits of air, to the hawk of dawn soaring upon the breath of inspiration. We thank you for being here with us today on this our rite of Imbolc. I bid you hail and farewell.
And may the harmony of our lands be complete. One more time, my friends, just close your eyes once more upon that hill and become aware of that community and of the circle that is currently surrounding us. And as you feel that circle behind you, feel it gently fall into the earth. And we are once more in the apparent world, once more together as the sacred grove begins to fade. Yet our community is always together.
Spirits of this circle, spirits of this worldwide community, great goddess Brighid, we thank you for the power and beauty you bring to us, for your inspiration and your magic. May the healing energies radiate out and turn the tide of these difficult times at some point this year. So we can revel again in the embrace of our community. Until then, until that moment, this circle may be open, but it is never broken. So mote it be.
So may it be. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
I ask all our ritual holders to stay online. I'm going to finish now. Wow, everybody, what an absolutely amazing ceremony. I'm very moved, and I can see from the comments of people how emotional it has been for people. What a joy to be part of an order like this, when our members can hold some magical, really, really deeply moving and spiritual ceremonies. So I want to thank Dave the Bard, our Pendragon, and Kerry Lee and the Anderida Grove, and also for you for coming and taking part, and for your appreciation and your comments. And it's wonderful to be part of this worldwide order, and we can come together online in these times of hardship and challenge to celebrate and to honor the Wheel of the Year. And we're going to continue holding these online ceremonies to mark the Wheel of the Year for 2021. I'm going to put, our next one will be for Alban Eiler, the autumn equinox, or Connacht the Nor, as we call it in Ireland. I'm just going to put the notice up. I want to thank our opening song, our intro, and you'll hear it again, Four Seasons by Blanche Rowan and Mike Gulliston, written by Brian Pearson, and to thank them. And somebody has also put up the link for Dave's song, the Brighid song, if any of you want to look it up. Thank you all again, and we look forward to seeing you. And I think it's March 20th. I'm going to put the notice up now. I can't talk and manage music and everything else at the same time, so please bear with me. Looking forward to seeing you again. Slán go fóill, agus go nairí live. Goodbye, and may you all rise and may you all succeed.
Through the cool green, the great tree star drew their sleep, and since winters of the years they've seen, the dance goes on to never end. The circle turns and the tale unfolds, the year turns on the golden soul, has no food for the winter's cold. The dance goes on to never end. The circle turns and the tale unfolds, the year turns on the golden soul, has no food for the winter's cold. Blackberry haze and elderberry hang heavy in the dark sugar days. Bright as a bird, the autumn leaves burn red in the white sun's down rays. The dance goes on and it's never ending. The circle turns and returns again. The year burns on in the wooded water, gathers itself for the winter's pain. The dance goes on and is never bright. The circle turns and returns again. The year burns on in the wooded water, gathers itself for the winter's pain.